Yeah. Well, the Ministry of Sports has today banned all international travel for sportsmen until further notice following the global outbreak of COVID-19 virus, which has killed at least 4,095 people, with over 116,000 others infected. Closer home, the Democratic Republic of Congo confirmed the first case this afternoon. And as Raquel Muigai reports, Italy has been put under total lockdown.
At least 3 Kenyan teams to different events will now have to stay put after their federations were advised on the travel ban for sportsmen outside the country. The men's beach volleyball team that was to travel to Gambia, Harambee Stars were meant to travel to Comoros for the return leg of their AFCON 2021 qualifiers, and the judo team that was headed to Senegal for Olympics qualifiers will now have to wait for at least a month before the situation is evaluated. In the letter dated 9th March and signed by Principal Secretary Joe Okudo, he says the government has put in place measures to deal with the situation to safeguard the public and the country at large. In this regard, the ministry wishes to inform that there will be no more travel for international events until further notice, and notably for the next 1 month. Kenya is yet to report any cases of the virus, but 7 sub-Saharan African countries have reported infections, the DRC Congo being the latest to confirm a case of a Belgian citizen who had been in Congo for several days. Kenya has been in a phase of preparedness, with the Ministry of Health setting quarantine areas in all level 5 and referral hospitals. Additionally, the Aga Khan University Hospital has indicated that it has set aside isolation and quarantine areas that could accommodate a maximum of 12 patients if need arises.
Our testing is a screening test, so we'll be able to check whether you do have the infection or not. If at all we find you're positive, then the confirmatory test will be done in the government facilities.
We've done a lot of training, and especially also in the wards which are likely to receive these patients, which is critical care and the med-surg units, where we do have our isolation rooms.
However, how the costing of the screening as well as treatment will be handled is yet to be discussed. In Italy, 6 weeks after the first case was reported, the number of infection now stands at 9,172, with 463 deaths. The scenario, which has seen Italy become the worst hit country in the world after China, pushing its government to implement an extensive lockdown, which includes a ban on public gatherings, be it marriages, funeral or baptisms, in the entire country. This coming days after the government had instituted a lockdown of the affected regions in the northern part of the country on Sunday to avoid spread to the rest of the country. Approximately 60 million people, majority of them in Lombardy region, will be affected by the lockdown. To enforce the movement ban, military police, railway police and health workers are carrying out checks on transportation sites like highways and train stations. Raquel Muigai, Citizen TV.